morning, Rush.
Gwen
says,
whenever I ask questions that my boyfriend doesn't want to answer, you know his standard line to me?
what?
You're not my wife. I don't have to tell you everything. From Kiarina, if he won't help you, but then if somebody else does, he gets mad. And good morning, everyone.
Hello, good morning.
It is a Thursday.
Oh my gosh, I woke up with a start. I woke up late.
Oh my goodness. All right, we've got our top 10 for today. We are using something sent in by Bon Ryan. Today, we are looking for the top 10 signs that you are the boyfriend or girlfriend from hell.
Okay.
How do you know you're a monster partner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And monster in a bad way.
Okay, you or maybe the one you're with. Okay, so it can be you, it can be the one you're with, or maybe something, you know, your friends, your family experience.
Mm-hmm.
The top 10 signs you are a boyfriend from hell or girlfriend, depending on the, you know, situation.
Yes.
Let's start off at number 10 from No Name. If she needs to ask permission before she goes out, he doesn't.
Oh.
So only the girlfriend needs to ask permission.
Whenever the guy wants to go out,
he can.
He can.
No need to ask permission from the girl.
That's unfair.
That's unfair. That's a boyfriend from hell.
Okay.
Number 9, coming from Whatver Kerna. He's 4 hours late, then you discover he's online.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And he didn't even tell her.
No, she's been waiting for the longest time, and, you know.
And what's he doing?
Well, I don't know, but...
Nothing suspicious.
Like, for instance, let's say, because you're waiting for so long, you decide to go on your Twitter account.
Yes.
And then you realize he just posted something like 5 minutes ago. So obviously he's on a computer somewhere.
Or his phone.
And tweeting.
But you can also do it by phone.
Oh, well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But online still. He has time to log on when he's 4 hours late, and what he should be doing is rushing.
Yeah.
So even if he's using his phone, he's got this time to just log on and think of a tweet and, you know, type it in.
But that's bad. I mean,
that is terrible.
Really bad.
Mm-hmm. And number 8, coming from Hellgirl. Every time you talk about the future, she goes, whatever.
Yeah, that's
like
bad.
She doesn't really care. Like, you know what? I think we should, you know, buy a house and blah, blah, blah. And whatever.
She's uninterested.
Mm-hmm. Very much.
Oh, no.
It's as if, don't even talk about that because I don't really care. And we probably wouldn't get there to those plans, so forget it.
Yikes.
Skip it. Number 7, coming from Insu. If every time you're out with friends, she decides to telebabad with you on your mobile phone.
Oh, yeah,
It's like...
There are girlfriends like that.
Yeah. I'm going to take away... I'm going to... It's like a dominance thing.
Mm-hmm.
You may be out with your friends, but you will be talking more with me than you will be with them.
Because that's the point of going out with friends. To hang out.
Mm-hmm.
To talk to each other.
For some girlfriends, no.
Okay.
It's like, okay, I won't go with you, especially if you want to have your thing, but I will call you up on your phone, and we will talk.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not talking
10 minutes.
How are you doing? Okay, what do you okay, call me up before you know,
when you're
home, or I'll call you up before I go to sleep. No, it's like, oh, so anong ginawa mo buong araw? And then she expects you to have this long conversation.
Oh my gosh.
What a And the entry that caps off the bottom half of the top 10 signs that you are a boyfriend from hell or girlfriend comes from Dennis Pinch.
Dennis Pinch says,
if you tend to act more like a parent than a partner.
Oh, yeah, telling your boyfriend, girlfriend what to do, what not to do.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's a relationship, you know, between parent and child, and there's one between husband and wife, or boyfriend, girlfriend. So when you tend to be like a parent, it's not fun. Not that, you know, parents are not fun, but that type of relationship.
That's not the type of relationship you want.
Yeah.
You already have a parent.
Exactly. No, a parent-kid relationship is fun if it's with a parent.
Mm-hmm.
The moment it's with your boyfriend or your girlfriend.
It's just strange.
So not fun. They
That's
tell you
true.
they tell you what to wear. They take care of you. It's nice to be taken care of, but not all the time.
Or maybe they get your money and then tell you how to spend it.
Yeah. Or they always tell you know how parents tend to be a little overcritical sometimes?
Yes.
So that sort of thing.
Or they give you a curfew.
Yeah. They lay down the rules. And you know how with parents, they can tell you what to do, but you can't tell them what to do.
Yes, that's the thing.
So that's no fun. Let's start off at number 5, coming from Dennis Pinch. If she has a habit of emasculating him in public.
Yes. Shouting at him, making sure that, he feels, like in Tagalog, under the saya.
Yeah, giving him a dressing down.
Yes.
It's one thing to fight in public. That's a little bit more normal. But when you dress him down as if he were like a
child,
kid.
Yes.
And, you're obviously the one wearing the pants in the relationship. And you let everyone see and everyone hear.
Your boyfriend, your husband, they're still men.
Yeah.
And they need to feel that they are. In the same way that women need to feel like they're women.
Mm-hmm.
So when you shout at someone and make it seem like he's not a man but a boy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because there are fights where you let people know that you're equals.
Yeah.
And then there are fights where you're like dominating them in public.
But I've seen that.
Yeah.
Like women in malls who like shout at their boyfriends as if they were,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, if that's really your dynamics, you can do that in private. In the privacy of your homes. Not in a mall or in church. Because you really humiliate them.
Yes.
Number 4, coming from Homer Singson. If you keep tabs of his mistakes and use them as bullets for future arguments.
They say women are good with that. That they remember every single thing.
You think they're over it only until the next fight.
Yeah.
And the moment the next fight comes along,
they'll bring it up again.
They will bring up those mistakes.
But then some men do that too.
Yeah. It's just that traditionally men are not very much into details.
Yes.
They don't even remember why you fought.
Okay, we're not saying all men, all women.
In general.
In general.
But women, because they know the intricacies of all the fights, they remember. Number 3, coming from Hellgirl, and something similar from Joltino. Demands much, delivers nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can be difficult.
Ouch.
Being with someone like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2, coming from Miss Hotness. If you didn't invite your own boyfriend to your debut.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah. And remember, somebody sent in an entry before the boyfriend this time. He skipped his girlfriend's debut because he had an exam the next day. And not skipped like RSVP. He just didn't show up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Imagine.
That's the boyfriend.
Like pre-wedding, that's probably a girl's biggest moment, her debut.
Whether you agree with it or not, since you love this girl and it's important to her.
And he just didn't. And that's the worst for me. Not even telling her. Obviously, she's expecting you to be there.
Yeah, you're the date, most probably.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So, but same thing. This time it's the other way around. It's like the girl who didn't invite the boyfriend.
Yeah.
And the number 1 sign that someone is a boyfriend or girlfriend from hell comes from Tina G. It says, when my boyfriend's dad died, obviously I went to the wake. Believe it or not, for the many hours that I was there, he never introduced me to anyone.
Oh, how horrible.
Not to the friends, not to the family. She's never met them yet at the time. Nothing. They've been together for quite some time and didn't introduce her as the girlfriend. It was as if she was just another guest.
That's horrible.
Yeah. And during such
a moment where,
a big moment in the family's life.
Yes. Because you do want to give your support, to be there.
Yeah. And she stayed there. That's the awful thing about it. She's like, how come I'm being treated like I'm invisible?
Actually, even if it were at a funeral.
Yeah.
Let's say if it was a party. And you still didn't introduce her. And you didn't introduce her as your girlfriend.
That's horrible.
That's horrible.
And from Dennis Pinch. Kapag hinahatid ka niya, binababa ka niya sa SLEX. He doesn't bring you all the way.
What a horrible...
And remember, you don't get to ride...
I have a question.
What?
So men are supposed to hatid the girl, right?
Yeah, of course.
What if it's the girl who has the car and he has to go home?
Well, but it would be nice. Well, if you're a guy,
you can
some
ride
guys,
with her to her home and then you can just commute?
No, because some guys don't want their girlfriends driving alone, especially at night. So they would rather go home by themselves, like take a cab or something.
Okay.
But when you hatid someone, you don't hatid someone along a national highway because there's no bus stop there.
Well, you can drop her off at Magallanes.
No, that's even
and then she
better.
Can take a bus there.
Drop them off right before SLEX or right after, not on the street, right?
Yeah.
I don't think buses or jeeps stop, right?
I think they take the service road. That's why they can stop at any time. But yeah, if you're on the actual highway, you can't. There's no stop there.
Worse is if you drop them off at the Skyway. Like in the middle of it, because there's no way you can get a ride from there. It's illegal to stop,
You know what I'm excited about?
What?
They're extending the Skyway, right?
Oh yeah, until.
Can you imagine if you have like a really fast car? Of course, okay, never mind. We're supposed to stick to the speed limit.
No, and you go straight into Star Tollway. You can tell I'm hungry. You can now go straight from SLEX to Star Tollway without having to go through Santo Tomas.
But is that open?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But eventually.
Okay.
Number 9 from Mayunes. If he picks you up in the middle of your girl's night out to go home, and he doesn't tell you that he will, you're like a parent.
Like a parent? That's a horrible idea.
Barges into a party and says, "Uwi na tayo."
You know what you should do?
What?
Just look at him. What?
He goes, "It's time to go home."
Because he already knows you're out to have fun.
Like a teenager, he treats you.
Like a bag that he's supposed to pick up, and then as if that person had no will of her own.
Yeah.
You have to ask.
Some people find that sweet, though.
You're
that
right. Some girls like that.
That sort of take charge kind of guy, and it's like it's time to go home because you can tell he's affected.
And some girls like that.
Yeah, I mean, for some girls,
I guess.
Worst fate would be somebody who doesn't even know that you're out and doesn't really care.
Well, you want something in the middle. Yeah. They know you're out, but they understand maybe you want to go out.
And they respect your you make your own decisions when it comes to.
You're right. There are girls who like that.
Yeah, I've heard people say that when the boyfriends are very forceful, they actually like it. And number 8, coming from AN17, kapag away. Pag-away agad pag hindi ka niya inabutan sa bahay.
Yeah.
Wow, this one is kind of
But there
weird.
are not just guys, but also women who are like that.
Or when they call, they want you to be at home.
I don't get that, though.
Number 7, coming from Eyes of the Great. If he doesn't choose where he will pick a fight with you.
Okay, even if you're in the mall.
Even if you're in the mall, even if you're in public, even if... Worse, like if you're...
In a reunion.
Like in front of your parents. That's tough.
Yeah.
And the entry that caps off the bottom half of the top 10 signs that someone is a boyfriend or girlfriend from hell comes from Hellgirl.
Hellgirl says,
if he accuses you of infidelity just because you improved in bed.
Well, you do have to ask.
Where you learned that. If you never used to do it, and then suddenly you're doing...
it doesn't mean that she slept with someone else.
Oh, there is the internet.
Is that what you do? Is that what you do? Mm-hmm.
So here we go. We've got our top 10 sent in by Bon Ryan. Thank you, Bon. The top 10 signs that someone is a boyfriend or girlfriend from hell.
All right.
Number 5, from Doraemon. If while you're there, she tells her girlfriends what she doesn't like about you.
Oh, that's bad.
And you're there. And you know how some people go, oh nga, ito ngang boyfriend ko. Ay nako, grabe pag ganito. And you're right there.
It's like airing your dirty laundry.
Yes, and something that you should be talking about between the two of you.
I think that's a concept that a lot of people don't understand. I remember some couples saying, we're going to talk about this when we get home. They don't want to do, and rightly so.
Rightly so.
You shouldn't do that.
And sometimes,
how would you feel?
Especially for your friends, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you're talking about him and he's right there.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird for us, the ones being told the stories.
How would she feel? How would she feel if it was the other way around?
Exactly.
She wouldn't like it, I bet. Did he?
Maybe he's a goat herd. A lonely goat herd.
Maybe you're weird.
Well, okay, fine. I won't argue with that. Number 4, coming from Anto. If she checks your friends list on Facebook.
Yeah.
Worse, also at number 4, from No Name, if he demands that he checks your friends list and then proceeds to delete the people that he doesn't like on your friends list.
That's bad.
That's horrible. And from Yos, if she gets your cell phone,
yeah,
and then mixes up the contacts of the girls that she doesn't like. So she would switch up their names and the numbers.
That's just evil.
And it sounds like this really happened.
All you need to do is put yourself in the position of whatever. Let's say that's the girl, right?
Yeah.
What if your boyfriend did that to you? Wouldn't you get angry?
Yeah. Number 2, coming from Mr. Perk. If he gets mad when for once the attention is on you.
Okay.
You know how like sometimes...
I know how this feels.
Like sometimes in a relationship, there's an unspoken role one takes. Like one is always the life of the party, one is always just the laugher. But let's say for whatever reason, like you're just supposed to laugh at the stories. In Tagalog, bumabang ka. And then for whatever reason, during one event, it's the other one who gets the attention. And the other one resents it. The one who's used to the spotlight.
They feel competitive. Towards their very own loved one.
Exactly. Because the usual reaction would be, you feel so proud.
Yeah,
that they've come out of their shell. And you're like, wow, you're stepping up. And, and you're happy that everyone loves the attention. I mean, you're happy that everyone loves your loved one. Right? So it's kind of weird when it's the other way around. And the number 1 sign that someone is a boyfriend or girlfriend from hell comes from Sammy. Sammy says, after all this time, my boyfriend still describes to me his ideal girl.
What a jerkazoid!
And this is a true story.
Yeah.
And, like all the time, when they're sitting down, idle time, he starts describing to Sammy his ideal girl, which is obviously not her.
Jerk. Really? That's a jerky thing to do.
I know. Let's start off at number 10 from No Name. If he makes you sit in the back seat while his best friend gets to sit in the passenger seat.
Oh, no.
That's weird.
No.
That's kind of weird.
One of the many things that happened when you got someone, because we were very close as our group of friends, our barkada. We're very close. And since I'm one of your closest, because I'm the oldest friend you have in the group, it was like taken that I'd always sit in front. Yeah. Whenever we go out of town or whatever. But it was so instant that the minute you got someone, everybody will have to move down. Yeah. In the priority list. That's just how it is.
And in someone's car, the prime seat is the passenger seat.
Is the passenger seat. Yeah. And that's reserved for, the significant other. With barkadas, it's not that important. But with... And I think since, let's say, you are introducing someone to the group, the group has to do that for you. Yeah. To do that, to make sure that the new member or the significant other feels welcome. Yeah. It's essential. True. Otherwise, you're gonna feel like.
And there's a lot of reshuffling of. Like
confidences, even
in the place, in the
whole thing, yeah.
Because imagine it's like a table good for 4, yes. And then suddenly you need to bring in one more seat because there's now 5. So everyone sort of scoots a little bit to make room for that chair.
You know what?
Something like that.
I remember now the wife of a close friend of ours did say it was so hard entering this barkada. Yeah. It was like, because we're like family.
And we're growing.
We're
like
really
before
growing.
We just needed a small table if ever we'd have dinner.
Actually, before, Chico, one car, 5 people, we could go anywhere.
We could go anywhere, just one car.
But now there are 9 of us, plus kids, because 2 couples have children.
And dogs.
And dogs, yes. So now we have to bring at least 3 cars.
I think so. And number 9 from Ang Manunusok. My friend in college, every time he hurts his girlfriend, he always tells us it's her fault. The one who was hurt. The one who was beaten, it's her fault.
Have you ever been hit?
No. I don't think so.
Okay.
That would be a deal breaker for sure.
It enters a different level.
Yeah, I think so.
The whole thing enters a different level. So
let's face it, we're more used to like emotional abuse. And
which is not better.
Not that it's better, but I guess it's a little bit more accepted because there's no physical stuff
violence,
involved.
Yeah.
Sometimes we take the meanest things from our boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, but I guess the moment it's a physical thing, I don't know. Because there's that.
Like words are not enough to hurt you.
Yeah.
They take it to a physical level.
It's like sticks and stones won't break my bones.
Yeah.
Will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But
can you imagine what Rihanna went through?
Exactly.
And that played out
in public
as the world was watching.
Right before the Grammys. Number 8 coming from Modelizer. After a 2-month vacation in the US, umuwi na wala man lang pasalubong.
Oh, that's so bad.
Not that it's important, but you think that they would have at least thought of you after 2 months apart?
And I hear this all the time. Whenever our friends or anyone who has a significant other, whenever they go away, they feel like, oh, he should see this.
Yeah.
He should see this. Oh, she should taste this. He should taste. It's like they're with you.
And the highlight of the trip is trying to think of the most wonderful thing to bring home to them.
Yeah, like, hey, I found this in, I don't know where you've been, but and I thought of you, and I thought you'd like this.
It's like they never even
thought of you.
Number 7 coming from Opium Senke. If her first reaction, as in first reaction, to any sort of fight is to break up. And the entry that caps off the bottom half of the top 10 signs that someone is a boyfriend or girlfriend from hell comes from 215.
215 says,
if she walks out on you while you're driving.
How do you do that?
Well, she has to go stop the car first.
Yes, please.
Yes. No, but I never thought it happened in real life until a friend told me that while driving, the significant other stopped the car and said, "Get out of my car."
What?
Yeah.
Who?
Oh,
Tell me.